Old Trafford, the Wembley of the North, stages the end-of-season jamboree. For the first time ever, a triple header live on Sky Sports as the youngsters of the Rugby League Academy take centre stage. Can Wigan lift the Grand Slam? That's top of the agenda as Premiership Finals Day rings down the curtain on another exciting season. Very good morning, everyone. Hope you're ready for this 7-hour marathon live on Sky. The last time this season we'll be with you for the big league, but what a way to bring the 92-93 campaign to an end. Between now and 6 o'clock, no fewer than 3 trophies will be won and lost. And the big question, of course, is can Wigan send John Money home with a full set of winners' medals? The Wigan Saints showdown is a long way down the track, though. In fact, let's plan your day's viewing for you now. At 11:45, it's the Academy final. That's Hull against Warrington. To be followed at 1:30 by the divisional final as second division champions Featherstone Rovers take on Workington Town. They are the first and last third division side to reach this Old Trafford finale. And then at 3:30, the big one as Wigan face Saints for the 6th time this season. It's honours even so far, so today, winner really will take all. Well, that's the way the day looks, but let's now take you below stairs of this truly magnificent Old Trafford Stadium. Steve-O will be joining me up here in the studio shortly, but just now he's sampling the atmosphere in the dressing room area, and he's going to take us on a tour of the places that the supporters rarely see.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, you know, it's taken 26 years for Manchester United to come out of this dressing room as champions. Well, champions of another kind will be here today. Wigan, being the premiers in '92, they will take the home dressing room in a room that is filled with nostalgia, professionalism. Some of the world's greatest soccer players have undressed here. Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, and of course, the great Georgie Best. And joining us, talking of greats, Andy Gregory, thanks for joining us today. Andy, you've been here, you've done that. What's the feeling of the players when they move out of this dressing room?
Obviously the nerves will be playing a big part. All week the coaches have been on the training field. All the moves that they want to get on drilled into the players. Let's get it done today. It's the last game of the season. Obviously Wigan will want to go out on a high. And Saints, you know, they've not won anything this year. They beat us last week in the semi-final. They'll be going out to end the Wigan domination.
Now, a lot of nerves play great parts. As you walk through this corridor towards the tunnel, St Helens just on the right-hand side, how do you think they'll be feeling about the just before the kick-off? They'll
be nervous. It's a big game. There's 40,000 people out there. As you're in the changing room, as you're in the tunnel, you can't really hear the atmosphere, the noise, but you know the people are out there. Wigan's been in so many finals in the last couple of years. They know all about it. But it's going to be a tough one today. Even though Wigan are a depleted side, St Helens, I suppose, would come into this game perhaps the favourites. Yeah, obviously, Wigan, the great players, you know, the likes of Dean Bells, your Andy Platts, they're going to be missing today, and I think we're going to miss them. But also, St Helens, you know, they've always been the bridesmaids, and are they going to do it today? It's Wigan's got the players, the young Andrew Farrell, Mick Cassidy, Sam Panapa playing in the pack. It's going to be a big job for them. So it's just on the day, if the players get stuck in, which obviously both sides are, it's a local derby, you never know what might happen. Now then, this tunnel, it's obviously going to bring a lot of nerves to them. You've walked out here. What's the feeling? What goes through your mind as you walk out onto the pitch there? Well, this is the first time, actually. There's a little glint of daylight at the bottom. And this is when you can hear the crowd. It's a tremendous feeling, but it's also one which is like nerve-wracking. You know, once you're in the tunnel, all you want to do is get out there, get all the shaking hands out the way and get on with the game. Well, in a few hours' time, of course, this stadium will be filled to capacity. And, of course, one of the big questions that they have to be asking is, can Wigan gain the Grand Slam?
Yes, well, that is the big question. Indeed, every one of the players involved in this Old Trafford showpiece today is bound for glory. So we've seen what's happening inside the ground. I wonder what the atmosphere's like on the roads leading to Old Trafford. Let's go outside, join the supporters on the way here, and with them is Bill Arthur.
Well, this is the scene outside Old Trafford. It's milling with supporters who come from all over the north of England to watch this feast of rugby league here at Old Trafford. A great atmosphere building up as fans from Cumbria and Cheshire, from Lancashire, Yorkshire, from Humberside and from Merseyside mingle and swap jokes and jibes before their teams get down to business. Now, traditionally on Premiership final day, the weather tends to be warm and very dry and sunny, but it's not going to be like that today. In fact, conditions are going to be quite chilly indeed. We're going to have clouds around with some sunny spells occasionally, a wind from the southerly direction, 10 to 15 or 20 miles an hour in speed, and we're probably going to get some rain along the way as well. So it's not exactly going to be warm, but it's probably going to be ideal conditions for rugby league. There are still some tickets on sale here, around 3,000 left from the ticket office, but they're going quickly. If you can't get down here to Old Trafford, then stick with us on Sky Sports.
Yes, and don't forget, kick-off in the first match is 11:45 as Hull meet Warrington in the Academy Cup final. You know, in many ways, Old Trafford is beginning to rival Wembley as the game's major occasion. One thing's for sure, they'll be locking the gates on a full house come 3:30. And Premiership Finals Day attracts fans from all over the country and plenty of personalities too. During the course of the day, several of them will be joining us here on Sky. We've already seen Andy Gregory. And it's time to introduce another of them now. Those of us old enough to remember Zed Cars will know him as a member of the original cast from the days of black and white television. More recently, he's become famous as the Oscar-winning writer of Chariots of Fire. He is, of course, Colin Welland. And Colin, as ever, it's a pleasure to see you here.
Great to be here. I love being here on these big rugby league occasions.
Well, this is the thing. You're a bit of a missionary down south, but you do spread the gospel, don't you, down there? You're a newspaper columnist for a start on the game.
Well, when I got down there about 30 years ago, I was so appalled at their ignorance about rugby league, although I'd played rugby union all my life, that I decided to be evangelical about rugby league. And I've been like that ever since. And whenever I go to Twickenham, they say, what the hell are you doing here? You're rugby league. You know, the fact that I played the other game all my life seemed to count.
Tonight on Sky Sports, a golfing double. We start at 6:30 with the final round of the Spanish Open, and that's followed at 9 by live and exclusive coverage of the Byron Nelson Classic, the latest round of the US PGA Tour.
I've enjoyed the odd nut round noon in Rangoon. I have nuts with this bird for tea on April the 3rd. But now, at last, there's this great nutty taste for breakfast.
Kellogg's Nut Feast, a delicious combination of crisp wheat flakes, crunchy nuggets of peanuts, hazelnuts and almonds.
To be brief, it is a nutty taste beyond belief.
Good grief. Kellogg's Nut Feast, for people who are crackers about nuts.
So the delicate flavor of sun-ripened cherries won't escape you. And the taste of ripe, juicy peach and exotic maracuya isn't lost. We add generous lumps of real succulent fruit to the rich, thick yogurt in a Muller Light. And all we subtract is simply the fat. Muller Light from Muller. Less than 100 calories, made to taste like more than 1,000.
Imagine a world full of fresh ideas, with ice on command. A silent world that always sparkles. Instant heat. And ovens with the power to microwave. Imagine the world of Whirlpool. Whirlpool brings quality to life.
Just when I need someone to love me. Just when I think the world's too cold.
Sheba. Delicious pieces of meat, carefully selected and prepared in the way your cat will love.
There you are in my heart, standing by me once again.
Sheba. Recipes prepared with love.
You had to eventually go get yourself a white girl, didn't you?
Wesley Snipes and Spike Lee in a film by Spike Lee. Jungle Fever premieres Saturday night at 10 on the Movie Channel. We've seen the power of Norway. The skill of the Dutch is awe-inspiring.
Oh, I say!
But there's another World Cup power waiting to strike. Poland, undefeated in England's qualifying group, meets San Marino. How good are the dark horses of Group 2? Find out Wednesday evening at 7 on Sky Sports.
They've tight security. A cool crew.
What's your temperature reading?
98.6, sir. A helpful hostess.
Sir, you should really put that case in the compartment above your head.
I'll keep it with me.
Well, I can help you if you can't get it up.
Sound assistance.
get me a complete file on everyone who's seen The Sound of Music more than 4 times.
There's more, but I'm sure you'd all be bored by it.
Classic cosmic comedy with Airplane 2, the sequel, tonight at 8, Sky Movies Gold.
Association with Sega, Sky Sports takes you live to Norway as the group leaders battle for a place in the World Cup finals.
England's World Cup campaign is underway.
June 2nd, Norway beat England in a World Cup qualifier. Norway shocked England at Wembley. Now they must be beaten at home on their own turf.
Beaten brilliantly for England.
England must win to stay ahead of Holland in the finals race. June 2nd, Norway battle England, and the only place you'll see the whole match live is on Sky Sports.
Divisional final up and coming at 1:30, but this is a real Australian grand final day here at Old Trafford, isn't it? Hope you're enjoying our coverage live and exclusive here on Sky Sports. We've just enjoyed 40 minutes of the Academy Cup final between Hull and Warrington ahead 10 points to 6 at half-time.
The world's top tennis nations do battle. Starts Monday live at 11, Sky Sports.
Santa's little helper is feeling kinda sick.
Hey, the dog's dead.
He needs an operation, and he needs it pretty quick.
Dad, you shouldn't say the dog's dead when he's not. He is dead. I'll get a shovel.
No.
What?
You are not going to perform that operation yourself.
But Marge, it looks so easy, just like carving a turkey.
The Simpsons, tonight at 6 on Sky One.
It's Warrington's day then in the first ever Academy Challenge Cup final, and Colin Hodkinson, their captain, lifting the trophy. And the celebrations for the young men going on the pitch at the moment. They are taking a very well-deserved bow. 1912 they won it. Great way to start this Stones Bidder Premiership finals day. The youngsters of Hull and Warrington then have provided us with the perfect start. Next up, it's the divisional final as the second division champions Featherstone Rovers take on the surprise packages, the men of third division Workington Town, and believe me, their supporters are here in droves. It's the divisional premiership final, the champions of the second division against the runners-up in Division 3. This season's surprise packages, Workington Town. They have got here to Old Trafford as the first and last third division team.
June is Blockbuster Month on Sky's 3 movie channels.
Put down that antenna.
A blockbuster a night. Every night.
Showtime!
You'll see no bigger movies anywhere in June.
I'll be back.
Than on Sky Movies Plus, the movie channel, and Sky Movies Gold.
Make my day.
And they're all just a phone call away.
Ah, miss!
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
For existing Sky Sports subscribers, subscribing to Sky's movie channels couldn't be any simpler. Just call 0506 460000 and we'll update your viewing card immediately for instant access to our Blockbuster Month of movies. There's no better time to subscribe, so call now. 0506 460000.
Now that you know where we are, don't be a stranger.
And Workington Town are doing you proud in the third division. They lead here at half-time against the second division champions Featherstone by 8 points to 6. And if it stays like this, by a long way, this will be the lowest scoring divisional final in the 6-year history of this competition.
Wednesday, a simple case of hit and run.
There was somebody else on that road that night, wasn't there? And that somebody is killing girls.
Or a fatal obsession with devastating consequences. Hunter, Wednesday at 8 on Sky One.
Sir.
Head office.
Excuse me, sir.
There's now a new aerosol deodorant from Mum that actually becomes more effective
the hotter you get. New body responsive Mum. The hotter you get, the harder it works.
The chicken. Stones, of course.
Imagine a world full of fresh ideas, with ice on command. A silent world that always sparkles. Instant heat. And ovens with the power to microwave. Imagine the world of Whirlpool. Whirlpool brings quality to life.
Now for the good of your dog, improved recipe Pedigree Chum. Specially balanced to be completely in tune with your dog's system, it's more digestible, more enjoyable than ever. Top breeders agree.
I recommend the improved recipe Pedigree Chum for all dogs, even for dogs that found it too rich.
He's put on body and coat and condition, and he's a happier dog.
For fitness you can see in a dog. Improved recipe Pedigree Chum.
In association with Sega, Sky Sports takes you live to Norway as the group leaders battle for a place in the World Cup finals.
England's World Cup campaign is underway.
June 2nd, Norway beat England in a World Cup qualifier. Norway shocked England at Wembley. Now they must be beaten at home on their own turf.
Beaten brilliantly for England.
England must win to stay ahead of Holland in the finals race. June 2nd, Norway battle England, and the only place you'll see the whole match live is on Sky Sports.